Hi friends! I'm here with my Volvo V70 with its freshly rebuilt 2.5T engine because today I want to try and start this car for the very first time. For those of you that are new to this project, I recently pulled the engine from my Volvo V70 because, let's just say, I got bored and felt like doing an engine rebuild. Of course, I started off by completely disassembling it. And after that, it was time to start rebuilding. So far, I've rebuilt the cylinder head and the short block, installing everything new along the way. And in the last video, me and my friend Pascal reinstalled the engine back into the car. Now, before I go and start reconnecting everything in the engine bay, there's something way more exciting, I think. Because at the beginning of this project, I told you guys I wanted to upgrade the turbo, and guess what I bought? I bought a 16T and some R injectors. That's what you're going to be needing when upgrading your turbo. And also I got a Japani Volt, so that's what I'll be installing today as well. Now, of course, just like most other Volvo parts that you buy secondhand, this turbo is pretty old and it does have quite a bit of play, and of course we don't want that because we just rebuilt the engine. So before I start with anything else, I want to go and restore this turbo too. Just look at that, all nice and fresh. I love parts like these. But before we can start putting this turbo back together with the new parts, we gotta disassemble it first. Now, you technically don't have to remove every single part that's on there like you see me doing, but for the sake of doing it right, I decided to do so just to make it easier for myself to clean it later on. Alright, got the turbo all nice and disassembled, but before I go and put the new turbo cassette, is that how you pronounce it? But before I go and install that, I'm going to clean the outside first, of course, because it's dirty. And here's the biggest advantage of doing this project at my local garage full service. I can use their tools. So, of course, I'm going to clean the turbo using the ultrasonic cleaner. Too bad the bigger parts didn't fit in there. We've just spent the past few hours cleaning all of these parts, and this is all we have left to install today, and it's all nice and clean, just like the rest of the engine bay. Now, it's always a bit hard to get everything on camera when working in an engine bay together, but we're just going to get started by installing the starter motor, the alternator and the air-cooled pump. And so we started working away that big pile of left to install parts. I think it's always a bit hard working in one engine bay with two people, but Pascal and I got quite the hang of it. Alright, we've just connected the start of the wiring harness and these vacuum hoses, so now let's go and install the inlet manifold and the intercooler pipe and throttle body and everything. Now, of course, we will also be installing a new coolant reservoir because this one's super ugly. Now, I always think these kind of upgrades are like the cherry on top of the cake, because that looks super clean. After installing the reservoir, Pascal put the ECU back in place using this special Volvo tool to do so. Okay, so now we're just going to jack up the car so we can go and remove that wheel, and then we can go and install the crankshaft pulley and the drive belt, because then we'll be done on this side of the engine bay. I really like seeing both of my V70s in here together. They're friends now. Okay. Back to installing that crankshaft pulley so that Pascal could go and put the drive belt back in place. I then put the solenoids for the variable valve timing in place using two new gaskets, of course. And after that, I put the injectors in. I forgot to mention it, but if you're upgrading to green injectors from the brown ones, you do need to get the car chip tuned in order for it to run properly. Alright, this is what we're at right now, but it's getting kinda late already and it's Sunday and we got work tomorrow, so we're going to leave it like this for now. So unfortunately I won't be able to start this car today, but I'll get back to you later this week to finally get its first start. Alright, I am back and hopefully today we can go and finish that car. And the first thing I'm going to do today is rebuild the turbo. With all of the parts nice and clean from the ultrasonic cleaner, I can finally put the new turbo cartridge in place, securing it with an annoyingly tight ring. Luckily, that's the only hard part of it, because now it's just a matter of putting all of the other parts like the wastegate back on. We've just connected the entire air conditioning system, so let's go and fill that up too. Air conditioning gas is all nice and filled up, so now let's put the car up in the air again and install the exhaust manifold and the new turbo. Oh, and maybe while we're at it, we can go and install the downpipe too. Hoi. This part was a bit hard to film, but with the car up in the air, we could go and hang the new exhaust manifold back in place. And I am so excited about this, because I know this one will make the car sound awesome when running. And there's the new Japani fold or something. After that, while the car is still in the air, I'm removing the front wheels so we can go and reinstall the drive shafts. This luckily went a lot smoother than removing them, because that took us multiple hours just for the short drive shaft.
I'm done.
Now let's go and install the new spark plugs. And of course I'm using original Volvo ones. And while I was at it, Pascal lowered the lift because I'm small and I can't reach anything. Chaotic as we are, we still forgot to install the downpipe, which may also be caused by us being super tired because it was already 12:15 at night. We are now on the underside of my V70 because I'm going to install an oil filter. If you haven't watched my previous video, I'm only installing this oil filter now because I felt like it was easier to pre-fill it with oil once the engine's steadily installed back into the car. And now it's only a couple of parts left to install. I'm starting off by putting the fan back in place, and then Pascal reinstalled the charge pipe and the strut bar. And then, to see if we did our work correctly, we vacuum tested the coolant system. Well, the coolant system seems to hold its vacuum, so now it is time to fill up all of the fluids. Well, big moment's finally here, because it is now time to try and start this engine for the very first time after the rebuild. Now, we did disconnect the injectors because we want this engine to build up some oil pressure first. Alright, little fast forward to a couple of days later, because I kind of forgot to insure this car on time. So last time I didn't just want to start this car just for the video, then turn the engine off and put this car away and go for its first test drive a couple of days later, because I actually rather start this car for the first time than let the engine warm up, go for its first test drive and give it a bit of gas, just so the piston rings can set. So I decided to wait for a couple of days, which was hard because I really want to start this car. But today I'm finally going to start it for the first time and then take it out for a test drive as well. Oh, and also it is now daytime and I'd rather do a first test drive when it's daytime and not at night. So that's a bonus. Oh, and I also put all of the covers back on because this car does have oil pressure now. And yeah, I can now go and crank it up, I think, and then go for a little drive. And for you guys, it's just a couple of seconds, but I think you can imagine how excited I am to finally start this car, because for me it's been days and I've been working on this car for weeks. So the moment is finally here. Let's go and start it. It's running and I think it's amazing and I'm so excited. Now let's go and take it out for its first spin. Okay, so I've been driving for 10 minutes already, and I'm sorry for not filming the first 10 minutes, but I was mainly focusing on the car and trying not to focus on filming a video. So we've done the first 10 minutes, but this car is driving perfectly till now. It does feel like it really wants to boost and everything. It feels like it has a lot of power, but of course we're not going to boost it all the way or anything, because we still gotta do the first 1,000 kilometers. But so far I'm so happy and it feels so unreal to be driving this car. And I feel like this every time I've rebuilt an engine or anything. It's just so weird. You've had everything disassembled and then completely rebuild it out of nothing. And it's just driving. It's so weird to be driving this car, but I am so happy, especially since it's running so smoothly. So I'm just going to head back to the garage and then check it if it's going to leak or anything. I just checked under the car and I don't see any leaks of coolant or oil or anything. But of course we do gotta check it properly, but so far so good. And like I said, it feels amazing to be driving this car. Weather is nice today, so I think it's a perfect day to be driving. And yeah, I hope you're just as excited as I am, because I couldn't be happier. Also, for the first 1,000 kilometers, I'm just trying to fluctuate, yeah, as much as I can between different RPMs, trying not to go above 4,000. Well, you do rev it up at first to set the piston rings properly, but I'm just going to, yeah, how do you call that? Drive it slowly, and then after the first 1,000 we can finally boost it and everything. So that's exciting, but for now we're just going carefully with this car. All right, got it on the lift real quick, but again, nothing weird until now, I guess. Or do you see anything weird?
No.
Still not broken?
Looks as clean as new.
Well, it is new technically. Okay, there does seem to be an oil leak, which gave me a little heart attack, but it seems to be that little dipstick rubber, as you can see, so that will be an easy fix. But other than that, I don't see anything weird. So I'm gonna go and replace that little rubber, but other than that, like I said, there don't seem to be any big problems. So I'm gonna go and fix that and then drive its first 1,000 kilometers with this, and then I'll get back to you guys with an update. For now, thank you so much for following along on this project. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next big project, because that's coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!